Hi, I'm Aimee.
And I'm Craig, and we are currently in Australia.
Yes, but 2 years ago, we travelled around Southeast Asia.
It was a hot and sweaty time, but we kept a podcast journal of our thoughts and feelings, the run up to it, during, and the eventual finale of our trip there.
Yes.
And we thought it was lost to time, but we have found it, and we thought it would be a good time capsule to put up on our YouTube channel. So here it is, the latest of our old podcast.
Enjoy.
Everybody, and welcome to Sunsoaked Couple podcast episode 1. I am one of your usual hosts. My name's Craig. I'm joined by the person in the mood sweater. Her name is Aimee.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm alright.
Yeah, you doing good? You got your fresh nose piercing, I saw.
Yeah, very sore.
Very sore.
You saw the sore?
You saw the sore. How many hours has it been? Just a couple?
About 6 hours.
6 hours, okay. You had one before and then it fell out, didn't it?
It fell out whilst we were in Greece.
I always think about that every now and again, just like there's this just lone nose stud just on the road somewhere.
And we tried looking for that for ages in the rubbly part of a pathway.
We looked like the weirdest tourists I think you could ever see.
I think we even got our phone torches out at one point,
even
though it was bright sunny.
Yep,
we were like, there must be a reflection somewhere.
Yep. Look at that, a travel story just out of nowhere. Didn't think that was going to happen, did you? So as we record this, we are currently still in our house in Kent. We have been selling stuff for the last few months.
Probably 5 months now.
5 months.
It must have been around September.
Yeah, I felt like so we had this sort of decision. Should we just jump? We just can't jump in it. Sunsoakcouple.com. Let's jump into it. So we had the decision around July time, and we just let's do it. Why not?
We didn't book for we didn't book for a little while. So we had made our mind up that this is what we were doing,
but we didn't know how.
But we didn't know where, what, how,
who,
when,
and how.
I think I said that. I said them all twice. But yeah,
we did it. Well, we are in the process of doing it. So I wanted to do this about the process of getting there, as we are still here, and we are due in around 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks-ish. Mm-hmm. Actually, let's get this right.
By the time this goes out, it'll be just a week and a half.
Week and a half. So in a week and a half, we will be somewhere.
In a week and a half. Well, no, in a week and a half, we will probably be flying.
There you go.
Or sleeping in an airport somewhere because we chose the cheapest option, which was the longest option, which I think is a 7-hour stop at Athens. And then I think about a 2-hour stop at Singapore. And then that's it. But
you will hear more about that in the future, I am sure.
Podcast episode live from Athens Airport.
There you go. You got to do the YouTube voice. What's up, guys? It's Aimee, your boy. So July time was when we made the decision, and then a few months went by, and we were like, we're gonna have to get rid of everything. And then I think around that time it dawned on us on how much stuff we actually had.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realise how much stuff everyone actually owns on a day-to-day basis, you know.
Yeah.
So it was from July to September time. Oh yeah, get rid of a few bits here and there. Yeah, get rid of that. But then September time it was like 4 months away.
Right, we gotta do this.
We gotta do this. So, Vinted.
Vinted has been the biggest help.
We're not sponsored by Vinted, but if they want to throw us a few dollars, we would appreciate it. I heard of Vinted and what it Spock, and there's loads of just app Depop. There's another one.
But I think Vinted, Vinted's the best because they don't charge you anything, so you just sell and you get everything. So.
And you think I was always an eBay boy, like. Because that's got the most reach, millions of people and stuff like that. But you find there's just fees and stuff you have to pay on eBay, and sometimes it's not worth your while. Well,
if it's going to go for a larger amount, then it's definitely worth your while. But you know, a lot of the stuff that I have, especially like clothes and things, you know, it's definitely a few quid. So you list it for free. As far as app-based solutions go, just picture. Description, what you want, how much is postage, done. It's up there. And then the buyer pays a bit of buyer protection, so that if it gets lost or stolen, they will not be out of pocket, but the seller will, as we have found. And we live very closely to is it a Yodel point? Yeah. So in eBay from old man terms. Sorry guys, my nose is really bleeding. Do you need a tissue? Did you not bring a tissue with you? Well, no, I can't just keep playing around with it. I've got to clean it a few times a day, but other than that, but I just seem to clean it and dislodge the dried blood, which brings fresh blood, and then here we are, sat here trying to look remotely put together with blood pouring out of my nose hole. I didn't think we would see blood on episode 1, but here we are. So... Do you any more about the nose? Should we have a nose check-in later? Yeah, let's check in later once it starts trickling down my face. So with eBay, you pay the fees. You've got handwrite letters. I was with a flame at some point. You got to write out their address, pay the postage. Can I just say, I had to write out the address because Craig's handwriting is appalling, and I wish I had an example for it. So 9 times out of 10, I write it for him. I write on computers. Why do I need to write stuff? That makes no sense. With Vinted, you sell the thing. As we use Yodel, they give you the barcode. Yeah. You go to the shop, scan the barcode, send it off, go away. That's it. Don't need to worry about postage. Yeah. Don't need to worry about anything. If you want to spotlight your wardrobe, you pay them money. That's the only thing you pay for, really, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's $6.95 for a week, or you can bump an item for like 3 days for like 80p or something like that. Anyway, this wasn't supposed to get into how great it is selling through these sites. But, it is part of it. The reason we were able to sell so much so quickly was because of Vinted. Yeah. The amount of stuff, people think it's just for clothes. I was selling like games, swing balls. I even sold the Twilight series on DVD. So happy about that. She was like, "Who's gonna buy Twilight?" I mean, they bought 5 DVDs for £1.50, but hey, that meant £1.50 more for me than it would have got if I'd have taken it to a charity shop. Although. Yes. I feel bad for not giving it to charity, but at this moment in time, I think I kind of need that money more than my sense of being a good person and giving it to charity. The charity shops have enough Twilight already. It's fine. Not just Twilight, but there's other things. Don't guilt yourself out. They were your belongings, and you can do whatever you want with them. True that. So. Clothes, I think, was a big thing for both of us. I think I had over 50 pop culture related T-shirts. They went really quickly. If you want anything to do with nerd stuff, like what Pokemon, Digimon, video games, Dragon Ball Z, wrestling, like people just snap Disney. Them up. Really, yeah, exactly. Even stuff I didn't think I'd get rid of. Like there was Lilo. No, it was a Stitch and Angel shirt, and when you put them together, it forms a love heart.
I sold just one of the halves. Don't you go?
I threw the others away because I don't know what had happened, but both of them, I had two, and they both faded.
Bad craftsmanship.
Yeah, so the quality of the t-shirt was just not good enough in comparison to yours, which still was like crystal clear.
Yeah, very strange, very strange. So from my perspective, I was hocking shirts, like probably highest was a £5, lowest was probably like £1-2.
Yeah.
And they just went in rapid succession, I felt. How was it for you and your clothes? Because you don't really have as many nerdy clothes as I do. You have proper sensible adult clothes.
It was probably okay. It was probably a slow start, and then I think I decided to bump a couple of items here and there, which brought more followers, which meant they were kind of seeing my like new uploads and things like this as notifications. And then I have been doing the Spotlight the Wardrobe, which you pay for 7 days, and that I think that has brought in quite a bit as well. I'm not currently doing it at the minute, but I definitely did it like 3 weeks in a row, and that's done really, really well. But I'd say the clothes, I think more people are interested in clothes than anything else, but that doesn't mean that other things don't go. Like my books, my DVDs, my random stuff. Like,
you can get bundles, and I sold someone like a t-shirt, a backpack, and a wireless keyboard in one go, and then you just stuff it all in one.
You just never know what people are going to look for.
No, and... you know, what is it that you got to be in it to win it sort of situation, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think like now we're at the point where we've got less than when do we leave here? Less than like a week and a half.
We leave here on the 25th, I believe, from our home.
The 25th. Oh, okay. So we've got 12. We've got
13 more days in this place.
By the time this goes out, it'll only be like 6 days, 7 days.
You'll be fine.
However, now we're just like, need everything going. So we're just dropping it all down to we're just dropping it down to like next to nothing, because I mean something is still better than nothing. Yeah. And I think the lowest price you can put for something on Vinted is £1. So, you know, even if we were to sell 20 items for £1 each, like, hey, that's an extra £20.
I think together we have probably made almost $3,000 just on Vinted, which is real. I'm very impressed.
Something like that.
Yeah. Just for tips, I was saying this to someone at work today. I'm still working up until when this goes live. Actually,
it'll be last day. Hey.
Facebook Marketplace. The devil's tool, obviously, Facebook. If you got furniture, put it on Facebook. It will go. Just it's so weird. I don't understand why people will just like, I'll be round in an hour. I'll come and get it. Very strange.
They'll let you down too. I think it's probably because it's the cheapest way of getting second-hand
furniture without, like upmarks or anything like that. Yeah. No, it's been good. Strangest transaction. I had a lava lamp up for probably about 3 weeks. Didn't think it was going to go. Just left up there. And then randomly some guy in the middle of a storm just came to my house and threw a £5 at me and said, no, I'm sure it works, and then left. So that was my funnest story. Do you have anything like that?
I don't have any funny stories about that. Actually, there was this one woman who came and what did she buy? Oh, the desk. She bought the desk. Mm-hmm. And then when she was here, she was like, "Oh, are you selling anything else?" And she'd noticed our bikes were in the corner of one of the rooms because we'd brought them in from outside, and she was interested, and then she was talking about the desk. She come and had a look upstairs at the desk, your desk. Yeah. And and then a couple of weeks later, I messaged her, was like, "Hey, we're selling these things now if you're up for it." And she came back and she took both bikes,
Desk.
Your desk. TV and a standing lamp.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
And then we became best friends.
we haven't, well, actually, we have spoken since. She was interested in something else, but then ghosted us. How dare she?
Whenever I feel a bit down about how our place used to look, I just go around theirs, hang out.
Yeah.
Home away from home.
Yeah. And also, like, all those cabinets and stuff that we got seemed to be going to, like, people that were like, yeah, it's just going to go in my garage, or, yeah, I'm just using it for storage in the shed or something like that. So it's kind of sad knowing that things that we actually loved about our place are being used. Don't worry about it. It's just going to go in the garage. Like,
yeah. One man's trash is another man's treasure, is what they say, don't they? No matter how they use it. So.
And one man's treasure is another person's storage.
So, what I was shocked about when I sold just all of this stuff was that how much of it I didn't actually need.
Oh, loads of it.
Yeah, and like I've moved probably 2 or 3 times over the last few years, and I've significantly decluttered every time. But now I was just like, why did I bring this? Why did I bring this? Why have I brought this with me? And it just, that point feels so refreshing, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's like soon all I will have is 2 backpacks, and that'll be it.
Pretty much. And a few, well, apart from a few boxes in your mum's loft, but...
Me mum's loft.
Your mum's loft. I think for me, the thing was I thought I had a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But
I think you had more than me. I mean, he collected, or you paid for a subscription, and he would get, like, Batman graphic novels.
The Eagle Moss Legends of Batman.
Yeah,
series.
And he would get them... And they were so heavy, all of them, and like the spines created this nice picture and everything, but you'd miss some.
I stopped because,
and then you stopped collecting it because of money.
Oh well, like it was, I think £20 when I started. A month, you get the 2 books, and then it went up about twice, and they never emailed me to say.
Haven't they gone out of business now?
They've now gone out of business, shockingly.
Hilarious.
So these books, I suppose, are sort of rare, but Eagle Moss were just making so much bad quality stuff. So they raised the price twice, and then they changed it to 3 books a year, a month before it was originally supposed to end. 3 books a month, sorry. So from 2...
I was going to say 3 books a year.
I would have paid for that, yeah. So even to the end, that company was trying to milk money out of people. Just this is what I feel as life advice to people. If you're going to collect stuff, don't get like a magazine subscription, where they do, buy the first part for £3, the second part 7, and then you'll be paying £50 a month for the rest of your life. I don't...
Just think where that £50 could have gone.
Don't. £50. And then what happens is they release these special books, and because they know you're a sucker, you will buy them. So what they do is, we've already got your details. We'll just take it out. We'll give you a few quid off because you're a subscriber. And horrible. It's like a chain. I finally, as we record this, I believe I've sold the last of those books, and I had over about 100 to 150.
Yeah, you had lots.
It was a real ball ache trying to move them.
To be fair, you also had quite a bit of clothing as well. You had more shoes than me, for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, most of your shoes are gone. Most of my shoes are gone. Bags.
Yeah,
I still got loads of clothes, but I think because of your nerdy tendencies, people were buying your stuff more than they were buying mine.
But it wasn't a competition.
No.
The beds are going to our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mum's having one and my mum's having the other.
We've got some white goods. Not too sure about the washing machine yet. The freezer has to go because it's not usable, and the fridge is going to your mum's as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Other
than that, we've got the sofa. That's kind of the last bulkier of the items that hasn't got a home yet. But I mean, we bought it secondhand when we originally moved in, 2 years ago. So I think we paid like £40, £30-40. So
and then we made it into a real sad sofa. It looks sad now. We use that sofa a lot, everybody. It's sad.
Well, especially as we moved in a lockdown and all we could do was
sit on a sofa.
Sit on a sofa. I mean, it was some of my favourite times.
Oh, yeah.
But anywho. Yeah. So we're
in the next week or so is getting rid of the final bits and shipping off boxes. We didn't want to pay for a storage container. I always feel like if you get to a point in life where you have so much stuff, you don't have it in the same area.
And also, I think it's just a waste of money. What are parents for if not to use their loft space, you know? Sorry, Mum.
Sorry, Mum.
Actually, I think it's my dad that would probably be more like, storing stuff in my loft.
But
as long as it's not in the garage, eh?
That is a joke that only you and your family will find funny.
I'll have to send this to Mum. Hi, Mum.
Get an Amy's family shout out every episode just to see if they're watching. I like it. I can't. Like, we are storing stuff, but we have sold so much. We are down to just things that are close to us, really, isn't it? And that's...
Yeah, it's mainly just sentimental items, like memory boxes and all your vinyls. And a few of mine. I have some.
Yeah. Harry Styles.
Billie Eilish.
Bastille.
Alt J.
See, you've got more than a few.
Yeah, I got 4.
That's a quad.
And I like some of yours as well. And it's Shikari.
South Park.
Gorillas.
Yeah.
South Park.
Yeah. The unopened.
The Guardians. Mixtapes.
Yeah.
Anywho,
you've digressed.
I have digressed. Like every podcast is going to go from now on.
Is there anything else you want to mention? Because I can't. On the selling front, I feel like it's pretty cut and dry. You try to get the most of what you can. Sometimes that involves going to Facebook. I try not to use the red branded CEX shop where I can, because I feel like you're not getting a good deal there. But no, it's basically just knowing what stuff is worth and sticking to your guns more than anything, right?
Yeah, I think so. And also, like, even to go through this process, if for whatever reason, you know, things, we were like, we can't go travelling now, like, how much freer we would feel. Just purely, obviously we'd be really, really devastated that we couldn't go travelling for whatever reason, but we would feel so free because we don't have all those material items, which only really bring us small little bits of happiness here and there.
You got 20 minutes in, and now you've turned full hippie. They're just possessions, man. True happiness comes from inside. There's one thing I wanted to show before, and I have been saving them for this moment.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. This.
Should we just throw them in the air and
and then you clean them up? This is all of our receipts for not every, there's a few missing obviously, but this is every receipt we have had. For audio listeners, this is a big stack. If this was money, I'd be happy. Like this, yeah. She's gonna throw them in the air. She's had that idea and she can't.
Hey! Are you okay to clean up? We could just throw them in the bin now.
That was a lot of receipts from selling our stuff. Lots of memories. Yeah, it's been a lot, but I think it's going to be exciting seeing what happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Next week, next episode, should we talk about our plan and our journey that we've got, and also talk about where we've been together?
Yeah.
We'll just... around travelling, where we've been and where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just keep it vague.
Vague and beige, our favourite.
We keep it vague so that when we go off on a tangent, it's okay.
Yeah, we sold vinyls, so it makes sense for us to talk about vinyls for a hot minute, you know. Follow us on all of the platforms, sunsoakedcouple.com. There is a link to our link tree, maybe? We'll see.
There'll be a link somewhere for something.
Sunsoakedcouple.com is where we want everybody to go. Anything else before we go?
Nope.
Till next week. Bye!